Israeli warplanes continue to carry out attacks against the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. At least 6 people, including 4 children, have been killed in fresh airstrikes in northern and central Gaza. Palestinian medical sources say 4 people have also been wounded critically in air raids on Beit, Lahia, and Gaza City. The latest attacks bring to at least 2,065 the number of Palestinians killed since the beginning of the Israeli onslaught on July the 8th. Meanwhile, the military wing of Hamas, the Al-Qassam Brigade, says 3 of its commanders have been killed in another raid in Tal Sultan neighborhood of Rafah in south of Gaza. Israel has deployed more troops to areas near Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that Tel Aviv may extend its military campaign. Our correspondent Ashraf Shannon joins us now from Gaza with the latest on the dire humanitarian situation as the Israeli attacks continue.
Yes, but the humanitarian situation in the Gaza Strip, especially in the medical sector, is very dire. There is a health crisis in Gaza, especially with the thousands of people who are injured. And now this continued bombardment of the Gaza Strip. Just now we heard heavy explosions in the skies of Gaza. Israeli warplanes continue to kill and maim Palestinians left and right. The situation in Gaza needs an immediate intervention by the international community, by the United Nations, to stop the Israeli war crimes against the people of Gaza. The situation is especially hard in hospitals, Gaza hospitals like this one, the Shifa Hospital. And to talk more about this, we're going to talk to Dr. Khamis Al-Issi. He's assistant professor of neurology at Gaza's Islamic University. Doctor, what can you tell us about the type of injuries that come into the Shifa hospital and other hospitals in Gaza, and especially with some doctors, international doctors, saying that Israel has used probably internationally banned weapons that may have caused these serious injuries?
Yes, thank you very much. I think the type of injuries that we've been seeing for the last more than 40 days is considered to be serious injuries, multiple injuries due to the crash injuries by falling roofs and falling concrete on top of people, and due to the strength of the kind of missiles used by the Israeli airplanes. In fact, since the start of this war against our people, more than 2,070 Palestinians have been killed and more than 10,300 has been injured. Unfortunately, the vast majority of them are women and children, and the rest are just youngsters and young people who have committed no crime to be killed or to be tortured. Unfortunately, the situation in Gaza hospitals is very dire, as you've mentioned, due to the lack of most of essential drugs, most of essential disposables that is needed to treat such patients. And as I mentioned before, because most patients have more than one injury, have more than one site of bleeding, one site that needs operation or intervention, this consumes a lot of disposables, a lot of medicines, and most of the people need intensive care afterwards, which will consume the remaining stocks in the Ministry of Health here in Gaza. Not only this, most of the hospitals has been also attacked, like Al-Wafa Hospital, which has been demolished completely in the last few weeks, and Al-Aqsa Hospital, Najjar Hospital, Beit Hanun Hospital, Kamal Adwan Hospital, and others, and many other clinics. More than 17 ambulances has been crushed, as we can see in this picture here. Almost more than 18 paramedics has lost their life trying to save Palestinian civilians in this crazy war. For this reason, we conclude that the health services situation here in Gaza is very hard due to lack of most of the essential drugs and disposables. Most of the medical staff and professionals has been overloaded, and they are being burned out due to the working conditions day and night, treating patients and trying to help our Palestinian filament.
Doctor, what can be done to remedy the situation? What concrete steps can be made to help alleviate the suffering of the patients in Gaza?
The first is to stop this crazy war once and for all. That's the major step. The second is try to provide Minister of Health here in Gaza and all hospitals with all needed essential drugs and disposables so they can continue serving our people to the best possible standards that they have. The third thing is to bring all patients who need advanced medical care and further management to advanced hospitals outside of Gaza. As we know, many of the patients need to go abroad for other interventions.
That was Assistant Professor Dr. Khamis Talesi from the Department of Immunology at Gaza's Islamic University. Back to you, Bardia.
Thank you to your guest, and thank you, Ashraf, our correspondent Ashraf Shannon, speaking to us outside of Al-Shifa Hospital in Gaza City.